everyone. If you're new to here, I'm Sam and I have vowed for reading 1 million books because I have an autistic child who cannot read but he loves reading. And then I realized that how other kids are taking that for granted, the way that they can read books but they don't do. And during this AI time, the life has changed a lot. And even it is curious because I started doing this, and I was talking to one of my friends, and I said that I did some vow like that, and I want to read 1 million books. And first thing she said, "Why you want to waste your time reading books?" And I was, oh, really? Reading books are wasting time. So what about doom scrolling on your? Why I say doom scrolling. Anyway, you will get used to my awful accent. And I was saying that, so how about that? Isn't it wasting the time? I was thinking that when I'm reading the book, I'm not wasting my time. I'm taking a deep breath. I'm living my life slower and learning things. So then I went to my chatbot and searched and said that, oh, by the way, I did my calculation. It is impossible to finish 1 million books in a lifetime. And he said, haha, that's correct. If you read even one book a day, it will be more than 80 years to finish, even more than. And I said that, do you know that, do we have 1 million books, like title books, I mean, on the earth? And it said that, yeah, definitely, absolutely, and more than millions in Congress library, in Britannica library, or it's in Amazon. You can go and buy it, which I do have a book in Amazon. I will put the link in the description. You can go and have a look at that if you like it. Like me, subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up, like, comment, whatever you like, and tell me, do you think that I'm wasting my time reading 1 million books? So what's that? So the books that I decided to read mostly are picture books, because I'm not gonna read like Crime and Punishment or Karamazov Brothers, or I don't know, Master and Margaritas, which I've read all of those books before, but now I cannot do it as a part of this vow, or 100 Years of Solitude, which I love those books. Yesterday, I brought this book and I read it already. It is Dear Vincent. You may guess about whom this is. It's about Vincent van Gogh, which I love it. The best thing that he tries and draws are with some flowers, and he's one of the people who uses yellow very deeply and very beautifully. We know that during his life he could just sell 2 of his artworks, but later now it's a fortune if you want to buy one of these. And you know what, I went and searched, googled, because he never married and had child and all, who is his beneficiary or like heir, and it was his brother's son or was grandson, maybe grandson, and he's still living over there in Holland, I think, in the Netherlands, and which is really, he has fascinating ideas as well. Okay, so about this book, it's Michael Bird wrote it, and Ella Beach did the illustrations, which they are beautiful. I want to share, actually, so it has copyright. I can't read the whole book or show whole book to you, but I can share some of the pictures. Look at these. So these are paints that brother sends to his brother Leo sends Vincent. I want to read the name of the colors. Look, ultramarine, emerald green, red lake, Persian blue. I think this is Persian blue. because as being Iranian, I know about it. And by the way, someone was asking me, I went to a hairdresser and she was asking, is the war over or still going on? And I said that, okay, hopefully I knew it, but I literally don't know. But my thanks for people who are concerned about me and my family. My family are there, my mom and dad. We offered them to get out of the country. They're very patriotic people, and they said that they don't want to. They will stay in their country. And actually everyone around the world realized that, okay, like to the other countries when they attacked, lots of people were fleeing, but Iranians didn't do. So it's their mentality different, which is really good. They're very strong. And I have grandma at the age 86, so my mom would never leave mama or brothers and sisters. She has there, and my father also they have. So this Persian blue, I know what it is. We call it Lajvardi actually, and chrome orange, raw sienna, zinc white, and vermilion. These are the colors that he buys, brother buys and sends, and then he thinks about drawing something unique, which is with sunflowers, and it is yellow. So we have three kind of yellows here. Look, lemon yellow, yellow ochre, and cadmium yellow. Cadmium, I think it's an element, yeah, in periodic table. Anyway, was really nice book. Please borrow it, buy it, read it for your family, for yourself. It took me nearly 13-14 minutes to read this book. And then I read this book, which really lovely it was. The House of Grass and Sky. Look at this book. Look at this book, how beautiful it is. Anyway, I want to read the writer's name, illustrator's name. So Mary Lynn Ray wrote this book, and E.B. Goodale illustrated it. So, and for E.B.G., she or he wrote For a House in Vermont and All Those Who Lived There. This is a very beautiful book about feelings of a house, actually. And I could imagine that maybe if I was a house, I would think the same. And it is very curious that nothing is in backwards and nothing written here, which is good. I love the book. So this book took me 10 minutes to read. Another book which yesterday I grabbed and I loved it, it's Shapes of Australia. Of course, it's about indigenous culture, and so we know that indigenous people are using circles, lines, and always when I go to Parramatta and around, I say that, look, these people were seeing the Parramatta River just going endlessly, and it inspired them. And with the trees, because some of the trees are even inside the Parramatta River. If you go to Meadowbank from roadside, you look at it, it's really beautiful. I encourage all of you guys who are living in Australia, and even people who are not living in Australia, read more about Australian Indigenous people, which is a really good to know how they think, how they work, and how they live. So this is for today from me. Another decision which I made was having and sharing my teas, like herbal teas. You cannot see most probably. These are really good for you. I added some leaves of my garden. I have mints in the garden, so fresh mints and some tea and some green tea I add, and some lime, you squeeze it inside. It is good for your mental health, and it is good for your physical health as well. Hope you have good time. Till next time, bye.